Hi, my name is Carly Murphy, and today we're going to be talking about premises liability. And we're just going to talk about like a policy that could be implemented for a property owner to put in place to just try to avoid the liability that can come with if an issue occurred like a lawsuit, then you would have some protection if you took the precautions to try to keep the invitees safe. So there's 5 different duties that come with the premises liability. The first one is to design a facility safely. So this could come in a variety of ways, but you just have to make sure like the place is inspected, the design is strong. Like you could get like your insurance people to come out and take a look at it and just make sure everything looks safe. And there are safety recommendations when building a place, but you could even be held liable if you don't follow the recommended safety features, not just the required ones. So it's important to follow as many of those safety features as possible. There's also a duty to warn, so that's why you'll see a lot of signs up at games like you could be hit with a hockey puck or a baseball, so just stay alert at different sporting events like that. As an example, there's a duty to inspect, and with inspecting, you gotta find like every little thing that could possibly happen. Like if something's obvious too, it's called constructive notice. Like if you didn't know about it, but it's an obvious thing that you should have known about, like you should have been regularly inspecting, then you could be held liable under duty to inspect. There's duty to repair damages, and then duty to provide emergency medical assistance. So it's just important to be proactive when it comes to premises liability and property management, because it can just help you avoid the hassles of a lawsuit that could come later if these preventative measures weren't taken. And it's really important to have an insurance company like send an agent out to your place and just check it out to make sure that you can just like protect your company and that they have just another eye on things. Because with duty to inspect, I think that would be a really important policy to show that you did that, especially initially when a business or stadium, arena, whatever is first opening. And then something that I think that would be really important is if they implemented like a cleaning schedule. So to implement this, you could have a one-on-one with like each new employee and be like, all right, this is exactly what you do. Here's a checklist of what you're going to go through every day with inspection and cleaning. Like you can kind of do both at the same time because you should be cleaning like the whole place. And then they can have an opportunity to ask questions and just fully understand that process. So they can look for potential issues while they're cleaning, such as like just a spill on the floor or like a crack in the tile, things like that. So then you can show reasonable care if someone tries to sue you. So you want to make sure these employees are documenting the date and times of their cleanings, and you want to make this consistent in case anything just comes up. An example of when duty to inspect came into play is in the Belgian versus Hartwick College case, and the student was working out at the facility and he was messing with these 2 jam plates, and then a 140-pound weight crashed on his hand. So he sought summary judgment, but the janitor testified that he knew of this problem and that it came to their attention multiple times, but nothing happened. So it just really shows the importance of inspecting and then acting on inspection as well, and just fixing those problems as soon as possible so situations like this do not occur. This can go for like any kind of business, but since we are talking about sports, like you can focus on a stadium or arena, like those are pretty big areas. So even like splitting up different sections, like you could have different checklists, but like make sure everyone's kind of on the same page as far as what your standards are. To implement this policy, like I said, the checklist would be good, but just making sure that there's nothing that could be dangerous. Even if you see something that's like, oh, that doesn't look like a danger to me, it's obvious. It is better to just be safe than sorry and go ahead and fix this. So, ensure like the date and time's recorded and you have a system for that is really important, just because if there is a lawsuit, that's what you can go back to and just show that there was reasonable care, because in a sporting event, everyone who bought a ticket is an invitee, so they are held to the most high duty of care. So just having those employees well trained and the policies in place being very consistent will help everyone be on the same page, and then you can avoid